Hello Pisces, welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Thank you for coming. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading, so aspects of it may apply to you, or it could apply to somebody else that you're interacting with at this time. I have already shuffled and laid out the cards. We have a three house influence coming in. And then what I do is I look at the 3 different houses and then the astrological influences, and then the goddess guidance at the top. So your first house is coming up as sort of one of the aspects to look at this month. So first house, which is everything to do with the physical body, but it's also to do with yourself and how you are making your way in the world, your personal independence. It's what you project to others, the mask you wear. So what others see when they see you. It's also your vitality, your life force, and just your general demeanor. It's also all your self-oriented interests, everything about you. So with this obviously heavy aspect on yourself, it could be your actual physical body that is in the spotlight this month, or it's your vitality or your life force, or it could be that something that you're wanting to do, or what you're trying to project, or what you're trying to achieve, and it's the direction that you're heading in currently. So first house, the body, covers everything to do with the self. Now the astrological influence that's coming in is Mercury retrograde reinvention. So Mercury retrograde is currently happening, and you will be getting the tail end of this. Basically what it's saying is this is something that you want to start or initiate or do, whether it's a physical activity or whether it's something that you are wanting to change about yourself. It's basically any self-oriented interest or what you're projecting to others, or your physical body. Perhaps you're wanting to start a new health routine or a new physical regime, or perhaps some sort of physical activity, or you're wanting to change something about yourself, or you're just wanting to head off in a new direction, start something new. So Mercury retrograde is saying to you at this time that you need to go back to the drawing board. There's going to be a better way, or perhaps parts of what it is that you're planning to do need revision. So anything with a re in front of it, reinvention, revision, looking at things again, going over things again, to come up with a better plan. You might just find that what you try to launch or what you try to do at this time during a Mercury retrograde phase may not come off as anticipated, or you could have a bit of a mishap of some sort, or be misunderstood by others easily. People just miscommunicate during this time, and certain aspects of your life may just not flow as well as they should. Things just don't work. Things need fixing, and so on. So it could be that you just need to take a time out at this point and go over what it is that you're planning or wanting to do. Just rethink it, revision it, and come up with a better plan. Just go over the details again, because you're bound to pick up in there a better way to do things. And it could also be with Mercury retrograde that somebody that you know may be coming back, or something that you were involved in before may be coming back into your life at this time. The goddess guidance for this particular area is Una, easy does it. There is no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. So with the first house, often you want to launch yourself. This is all about your energy, your enthusiasm, and what you're projecting to others, and what you want to do, and your personal independence, and so on. It's how you start things. And Mercury is saying, wait while the energies are like this, and go over things again. And Una is saying to you that there's no need to be rushing this process, whatever it is that you're trying to do. Just take your time, and wait until the appropriate time, because everything is happening as and when it should. So there's no need to be worrying or stressing that you might miss an opportunity, or you might be wasting time now because the energies are not conducive right now. So it's saying that just relax, don't worry about it. There's no sort of rush for your purpose at this time. Just one step at a time, and you're being asked to revise, and that's what you should be doing right now. The second house of influence is fifth house, creativity. Fifth house is everything to do with creativity, exactly as it says, but it can also be so when we say creativity, everybody's got creativity. We all use our creativity every day. It is also artistic ability as well, but if that's not your thing, then it would be your creative endeavors, anything that you are using your creative skills in. And this could be a project, or it could be your brand, or it could be your method of expression, whether this is how you dress or how you speak or how you undertake things in your home or how you raise your children. There's many, many different ways you use your creativity. So it's your individuality, your originality, everything that makes you uniquely you. So the fifth house also covers children, your children or other people's children that you're associated with. It's also the whole conception issue as well. So everything to do with children comes into the fifth house. It's also the house of love affairs, any activity or what's happening in that particular side. It's also, it covers all forms of recreational activities. So this can be a sport or some other kind of, could be a creative activity or just some other physical activity, anything that is pleasurable and enjoyable for you. And that is fun and perhaps outgoing or adventurous, but it's very much a recreational activity. That all comes into the fifth house. Fifth house also has a risk-taking element to it, which is it covers things, activities like gambling, and also it can cover sort of stock exchange or stock market activities as well. So the astrological influence that is coming in is Black Moon Lilith. So this card is indicating that there is a mystery afoot at this time in this house. And the mystery is about you don't perhaps have all the facts. You don't have, not everything is known to you at this time. There may be undercurrents going on, but not everything is known to you. You don't have a clear picture on how to proceed. You may have to stand your ground on a few things, but there could also be some swirling stuff going on around you, like I said, undercurrents. Now, Black Moon Lilith does have a very deep, dark element to it, which covers a wide variety of emotions which may be stemming from fear. So this could be anger, or it could be bitchiness, or it could be revenge even, or rebellion. It can also be sort of feelings of being overlooked or slighted in some way. And it's the bitterness and the anger that sort of arises. Even jealousy and envy can come up with this card. So whether this is in yourself, or whether you are at the receiving end of it, or you're seeing it in some way, shape or form in your fifth house. But it's showing that there are undercurrents there, and it really is about having control over your emotions and under this over situations. And as I said, you may be experiencing it at the hands of somebody else, or you may have these feelings rising up in you. And it's about finding a healthy outlet for it and getting those emotions under control, because if you let rip and sort of express the darker side of this, it could undo a lot of work that you have been busy with and foundations that you've been laying for some time. It could come and just mess all that up. Just one outburst can do that. So it's about having control. It's about being in control of yourself and this darker sort of shadow self. But as I said, it could be that you're on the receiving end of that as well. It is also, there are also artistic elements that are associated with this. So being in the fifth house, it could be the artistic side, but it tends to be controversial. The artistry that comes up with this card. So now the goddess guidance we have is Vesta, home. So your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. So it's quite possible that somebody in your home environment, so it could be your children or children that you're associated with, or it could be somebody else. There could be a a shift in where you're living currently. Perhaps you're visiting somewhere, or you're just away for a period, or you are in fact moving home. And Vesta is saying that there's more harmony and happiness coming to you from this shift, but also possibly with a change of rotation of the people that are around you currently. And so you could also bring in a more harmonious and happy environment by freshening up your environment, spring cleaning, bringing more luxurious items in, or just making more home comforts, changing things up a little bit, redecorating, and so on. And this is to bring about a more harmonious and fresh energy into your home life, which will certainly affect your children if that is the case. So it's just saying that in order to perhaps get control of some issue that is going on in this house, it's saying to you that you need to change things up, or shift things around to create a better energy. As I said, if you're harboring any sort of dark emotions or deeper emotions, then perhaps change up your home environment, shift things around, and possibly even contemplate a move or make a move to shift the energies that are around you at this time. Then in the final house of influence this month, we've got 6th house, which does cover various types of routines. The 6th house is the house of work, workplace, work colleagues. It's also the house of your daily, work routines, but it's also the mastery of your craft, whatever it is that you do. It's also the house of health and diet and your well-being and your lifestyle. And it's also the house of pets, your pets. So that it's quite a wide-ranging area, but you'll know in yourself how it's affecting you. We have underneath it, we have Aries I Am. So this is an action card. It's a no-nonsense card, get things done card. You may have to compete or defend, or you may have to face a few challenges with this card, but this is the warrior. It comes with warrior energy. So the way to handle this energy, it's very strong, very get things done. As I said, there's no nonsense with this. Cards on the table. This is about measured and disciplined action. So it needs to be structured to be channeled correctly. But it's a fiery energy that will come to you. It's a kind of an energy that you perhaps need to do something in this house. Perhaps there's something you want to do, a project you want to undertake, or it could be to do with your health and diet and well-being and so on. And the goddess guidance for this is Dana, High Priestess. You have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So I think what it's saying is, because this is the house of work and work routines, and also health and diet and lifestyle and well-being and so on, there are some lessons or some inherent knowledge which you already have. You've come into this life with it, and this knowledge needs to be shared in some way. So whether that's through your work or through what you've experienced with certain things to do with your life and your health and your diet, but it's divine knowledge that you have which needs to be shared. So this could be in written form, or you could be teaching, or it could be making speeches, like motivational speaking, and so on. But it could also be writing articles or writing a book. Perhaps you have a book in you, or so it could be a blog, whatever format is right for you. But it is saying that you need to share this knowledge, you need to spread it around, because it's much needed at this time. With the action card underneath it, that's going to help you channel this energy to get that message out. Looking at the bottom of the decks at the top here, I feel for this column here, we've got Rhiannon Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So this is about moving away from fear and inhibition to actually talking positive, thinking positive about what you want. You don't want to be thinking negative things or expressing negative things, because then that's what you're going to draw to you. And you need to do that for this, because it's possibly something you want to launch, or a new career that you want to undertake, or something that you need to do. And you need to bring it, you need to speak it into existence. And Rhiannon is going to help you with that. It also is about spending more time outdoors, get outdoors, spend time in nature, and that will help you to pull up that knowledge, to settle yourself, and to redirect your energies in a healthy way. And this redirecting your energies in a healthy way is important, especially with this fifth house, with the sort of what's going on there. There may be a few shifts and changes. There's a few undercurrents, as I said. So get out and meditate in nature, and you will find the answers come to you for whichever area it's applicable for here, whether it's the work or the fifth house or your first house. The other astrological influence coming in is lunar eclipse change. So I feel this may be coming in for you to do with your fifth house. So that's your children, your creativity, your self-expression, your individuality, but it can also be to do with your love affair or a recreational activity that you're involved in at this time. It could, as I said, could be a sporting activity. So with lunar eclipse change, it's cyclical because it follows the moon. 6 weeks to 6 months is when you can expect this to be unfolding, but it normally is quite an abrupt change that comes in. It can be very unsettling, and it can be quite an upheaval. It can be something that's bubbling over, so you were aware of it, it was there, and now it comes to the surface, which could be motivated by this black moon Lilith. Or it could be just an abrupt change that comes to you, which is going to shift you in a different direction. So you're going to feel out of your comfort zone. It's designed to do that, to push you out of your rut, out of your comfort zone, to make changes. And these will often be forced on you if you're procrastinating or you're not dealing with certain things. It will force it on you in some way, but it's all for the greater good. It's going to bring in fresh energy and so on, but it will be a 6 week to 6 month unfolding of that after the initial upheaval. But as I said, it could be a bubbling over something that was there and now it's coming to light. And this is going to affect this house, I feel, in the middle. And it could also lead to a shift of occupants in your house or change of where you're currently living. Okay, Pisces, I hope that's